Also on November 2nd, we have Titania Ascended, and this plays 1 to 6 players and takes about 45 to 90 minutes to play. And this is a cooperative flip and write game that plays over 2 phases. Players are each going to have their own map that has a inner area with a lighter color that they're going to be using in the first phase, and then they're going to be using the entire map in the second phase. Similar to cartographers, there's going to be a few cards that are flipped up with a few different icons, but then there's also going to be these tiles that are flipped up underneath each card. And what these tiles do is they allow you to swap out an icon for one of the icons on the card. The active player will choose one of these cards, and then all players will have to draw it onto their map. You can flip it, rotate it, and mirror it however you like, and then you're going to be trying to cover some of these different citadel icons on the map, which are identified with a crown. Whatever icon you cover that citadel with, you're going to note it down below for use in the second phase. Players will have to fill in 6 of these to move on to the second round, and if they're unable to do that, then they lose the game. But that's not the only objective in this round, because if you're able to fill in a full column or row, you'll gain some additional resources, which can be traded in for some special abilities. The second phase does have some similarities to the first, where you're going to be flipping up 3 cards and 3 tiles, but the cards are going to behave a little bit differently. Each card is going to have a rule on the top as well as a pattern underneath it. The active player is going to choose one of these cards that they think they can complete, and then they're going to have to meet both requirements of the card. So that means that they're going to have to draw this pattern onto their map while also meeting the rule requirements, which can be different things like having a certain number of icons covered by the pattern, or that they don't cover certain items with the pattern. And there are a lot of different rules in this game that make each card play a little bit differently. When the active player is able to do this, they'll be able to choose an icon from the associated tile and then match it with one of the icons that they gathered during the previous phase, and then mark that icon as complete on their player sheet. Although the active player has to fulfill both requirements of the card, every other player just has to fill in the different spaces matching the pattern until it's their turn, and then they choose a card, and these turns continue until the game ends. If at any point during the 2 phases players are unable to gather or complete those icons, they lose the game.